What is going on, you guys? Thank y'all so much for tuning in. This week I have the 2018 Mazda MX-5 Miata soft top. This is the first stick shift Miata that Mazda USA has sent me. Now you guys have seen the previous review of the RF version, which is the retractable fastback, and that was a fantastic car. The only downside is they sent it to me in an automatic. Super excited for this one. It's got the really cool red top, BBS wheels, Brembo brakes, the arrow along the bottom. It is a fantastic car for the money, and in my opinion, one of the best sports cars you can buy at any price range. So this review is going to be a little bit different since I have reviewed the Miata already. There's not a lot of differences between this specific one and the RF. But if you guys like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure I can still do these reviews for you guys. Also, be sure to subscribe. I get new cars to review every single week. So be sure you guys stay tuned for that. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Okay, so let's talk about the exterior of the MX-5 Miata for just a minute. So Mazda USA sent me this example in the beautiful machine gray color. This is a $500 paint option, and you guys can be the judge of that, but I personally think that it is worth every single penny because this is a beautiful gray color. It just does a really good job of giving it this sort of liquid metal look, and it just accentuates every line on this car very well. I know I say that a lot in my reviews about a lot of different colors, but this one truly does a great job at that. Now you do have full LED lights on here. So the lights do a great job of course, lighting up the road in front of you. The LEDs at the bottom, they only turn on whenever the car is moving, which is kind of strange. Other than that, you do have a little functional lip spoiler at the front, so you guys can kind of see the holes there where the air is going to pass through, and of course, give it some more push on the front end. As far as the wheels go, this one has the BBS and Brembo package, so you are going to get the black 17-inch BBS wheels. They are wrapped in Bridgestone tires. It's a really good looking wheel. Of course, it's going to pair well with this gray that they sent me, and it really gives the car a really sharp look, especially from a side profile. Now coming up, you do have your blinker right here on the side. I love how it has those little lines kind of accentuating the blinker around it. Now coming to the back, you do have this really nice haunch in the back of the car, so you have a really good looking line that runs down the back, and just the whole look, it's fantastic. I mean, I think this is a very good looking roadster. This is probably, in my opinion, better looking than the Fiat 124, even the 124 Abarth. So this is just a really good looking car in person. If you've never seen them in person, definitely take a look at it. So coming to the back, I love the tail lamp design. I love how it's kind of cut into the body like that. It's a really neat look. The lights themselves also look really good. And the exhaust on here, it's actually really good sounding. I'll let you guys listen to that in just a second. But the whole car has got a really nice tidy look to it. So this does of course have the red top. So the cool thing about the red top is that the detail in it has this little bit of like black stitch weaving going through it. It looks fantastic, but I'll let you guys go ahead and take a listen to that exhaust note. Getting into the Mazda Miata is super simple. Here is your Miata key. You've got your lock, your unlock, your trunk, your alarm on the back. You also have a little tab. You pull that tab, the key's gonna come out so you can get into the car if this battery dies or if the battery on the car dies. So of course you can unlock it with this. And you do have a button on the door, so you're gonna push this button. One beep means it's locked, two beeps means it's unlocked. So of course I do have the top down That way I can give you guys a lot better look at the cabin. Alright, so starting with the door, my favorite part, of course, about this generation Miata is you get the same color on the outside, on the inside. I really like that. You've got your red stitching right down here, soft padded leather armrest. This is like the smallest armrest I've ever seen. It's really, really tiny. You kind of have this faux carbon here, which actually does not look terrible. At first thought it was kind of tacky, but it's really kind of grown on me. This one has an MX-5 branded kick plate. And you have a really, really deep drop right here. I mean, it's like you sit way low in the cabin. It's like this big. It's massive. It's bigger than like the side of the seat. A really big drop off. MX-5 branded mats. This one has the aluminum pedals, which I would definitely option for that. They just look so cool. And this one also has the Recaro seat package. So if you guys can see here, you got your Recaro seats, which look really good. As you'll see later on in the video, they do a great job of holding you in place. You do also have this sort of Alcantara fabric lined right in the middle. Nice bolsters, really soft leather. I don't know if you guys can see that. Super supple leather quality with red piping going along the side, red stitching right in the middle, and of course you have Recaro right there. And you still do have your Bose speakers in the headrest. Of course, your roll bar right there. Now hopping into it, so you guys can see I kind of have it set up a little bit. So I do have my auxiliary cord plugged in here. So as you can see, it kind of just hangs when you're not using it. This is a massive cord too, it's pretty long. But there's really nowhere to put it. I mean, it just kind of gets in the way, so you can kind of just set it over there, but I mean, no big deal. So looking at the cabin, pretty simple, pretty small. Like I said, you guys have seen my other reviews, so you pretty much know what to expect in here. But starting the car is very simple. Put your foot in on the clutch. That's gonna turn green. It's got a really nice startup. So you have a slightly revised screen. I don't want to say it's bigger, but it definitely does look a little bit different than the previous. You're also going to have heated seats for both sides. On here, of course, your auxiliary USB SD slot for your navigation. Little tiny storage area. It's very, very narrow, probably like 1.5 to 2 inches of room. Not a lot of room. Right here you do have your shifter. Very nice shifter. It looks like a little baseball, but the throws are very short. Super notchy. You can probably hear that. Super notchy shifter. Probably one of the best shifters I've used in a very, very long time. Of course, your manual brake, e-brake right there. All of your command controls to control the system up here. Mazda's Connect system, which you guys have seen that in plenty of my reviews. Tiny thin armrest right here, like very thin. But it is softly padded, so you can rest your arm on there. I've got $10 in there, and that's all I can probably fit in there. Maybe my keys, but not a lot of room in there. Of course, I do have my drinks, so got my orange juice, Starbucks, blonde espresso coffee. Now you can move this over here to the side, and you can have that right there. Now, one complaint I have heard from other videos is that this gets in the way when you're shifting, but I have not had that problem. I don't know if it's a height thing. I'm 6 feet tall. I've got pretty long arms, and I never have it to where I'm just elbowing my drink unless you're shifting kind of funny. But when I shift, I can literally leave my arm here and just, I mean, it's just so easy that there's really no need to just do all of this. So you do have storage space right back here, but one thing is that if you have drinks here, this really gets in the way. So that's not the best design. I have my GoPro in there, and then of course the owner's manual. You do have pockets behind each seat. I'll show you those in just a second. And I just knocked over my orange juice. But putting the top up is real simple. So you push this, your top's gonna come up partially for you. You fold it up, and then you lock it in. You can do it in like 5 seconds. It's actually so easy to do that you can do it while you're driving, and it's like the easiest thing in the world. It's super simple. I love the mechanical simplisticness of it. It's great. So pretty much it for the inside of the cabin. You know, there's not really much in here to speak about. Not much has changed from 2017 from the other videos that I've done on the Miata, except for the fact that this has the soft top. But to show you guys those storage spaces and show you putting the top down, there we go, real simple. You do have my wind deflector here if I didn't mention that already. But hopping out, so right behind here, got a storage pocket. You have one on each side, so you just pull that, and then you can of course stick very, very small things in there as well. Now coming to the trunk release is right over here, so you're gonna push that, it's gonna pop the trunk. I was actually able to fit my suitcase and another little bag in there along with my laptop and a few other tiny little things, but the trunk, you can make it work. You can definitely make it work. You can't fit golf clubs or anything in there. Anything long, you cannot fit in there, but you can pack an overnight bag for you and your spouse or you and a friend, and you can definitely take a nice little road trip in this thing, so that is a plus. Other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. We'll go ahead and check out underneath the hood. All right, coming underneath the hood of the 2018 Mazda MX-5 Miata, you have the 2-liter 4-cylinder Skyactiv motor. If you don't know about Skyactiv, it's pretty neat technology. Basically, it has to do with compression, direct injection. So this has a 13:1 compression ratio. Does a great job of just squeezing that air-fuel mixture, getting the most power out of it that it can. So this makes 155 horsepower, 148 torque. So that's all pushing around a car that weighs somewhere in the 2,300 pound mark. And because this is the club, you do have your brace right there. So it's gonna go all along there. Very good motor. Of course, this is rear wheel drive, and that is all going to be sent through a 6-speed manual transmission, which is one of the best transmissions I've ever used. So I'm super excited to drive it. Let's go ahead and get to it. Okay, so I just found out that the button to open the trunk is right underneath there. I had no clue. Hold on. There's a button under there. I don't know if any Miata owners had any clue that that was there, but that literally opens the trunk. I had no clue, and my dude Jordan here just helped me out. That is awesome. All right, so driving the 2018 MX-5 Miata. This one's the club trim, like I mentioned. Of course, you have to get the club if you get a Miata. I mean, if you love the sportiest experience that you can get in a Miata, there's no other way to go than the club. And of course, this package with the BBS wheels, Brembo brakes, Recaro seats, it all makes the car look and feel so much sportier. And of course, you do get the limited slip differential on this model as well. Now, once again, motor, it is a 2-liter inline 4-cylinder. It's technically considered a front mid-engine setup because the motor's pushed so much further back in the engine bay that it almost sits, it basically does sit behind the front axle. The best part about having the soft top is the ease of putting the top up and down. It is so quick. So like right now, it is 9 o'clock in the morning. It is a beautiful morning out here in Fort Worth, Texas. I think it's about 70 degrees. So, you know, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna put the top down. So super simple. Just put the windows down, and there we go. So the 6-speed manual on here is fantastic. It's very notchy. The throws are short, and it's so easy to work. Now, because I have the top down, I'm not going to do a ton of talking, so I'm just going to drive this thing and let you guys experience how good this Miata is. Alright, so I'm gonna put the top back up. Simple as that. The best way to sum up this driving experience, imagine buying yourself a really big go-kart. it feels just like that. It feels as immersive. It feels just as exciting. And here's the thing, when you're driving go-karts, it doesn't matter that you're not going 70, 100 miles an hour. It does not matter. It doesn't matter that you have the fastest acceleration time. The fun part about driving a go-kart is the overall just visceral experience that you get from it. It's unlike driving a normal car, and this has the exact same type of experience. It's such a cool car, and honestly, in my opinion, I think this is one of the most exciting, the most fun cars you can buy at any price range. Handles really well. So this does have the Bilstein shocks, and the Bridgestones do a very good job of gripping the road. If you guys have never driven this generation Miata, you are missing out. I am telling you guys. What a blast. Well, you guys, that is going to sum up this review of the 2018 Mazda MX-5 Miata. I really hope y'all enjoyed it. Please click that like button if you guys like this review. You can also click up to the left to subscribe to the channel. I have new reviews every single week. You can also click up to the right if you guys want to watch some more of my other reviews. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Y'all take care.